Hello students, here we are going to start a new topic and the topic of our discussion today will be the classification of the organic compounds. Now mainly these organic compounds, they are classified into two types: the open chain open chain compounds or the acyclic compounds, okay, and the second one is the closed chain or cyclic compounds. So the open chain or acyclic compounds, as the name suggests, they are like the compounds whichever are categorized into this type. They are what they are, uh, these open chain, the compounds, the structure of the compounds, they are like a open chain of compounds, chain of carbon atoms are there, okay. And acyclic means, you can see cycle before cyclic a is there, that means these type of compounds, they are not cyclic in nature, okay. And these type of compounds, you are very much familiar with this word, they are known as the aliphatic compounds, okay. And the example of such type of compounds I will show you. The example of such type of compounds is ethane, okay. So ethane I have drawn here, you can see C2H6, okay. So C2H6, how do we write? Like this. So you can see the structure of these open chain compounds, because C2H6 is ethane, and ethane comes under the category of open chain compounds, okay, or acyclic compounds you can say, or aliphatic compounds you can say. So you can see that this structure does not consist of any closed type of ring, right? It consists of straight chain of two carbon atoms, right? So such type of compounds, there may be 6 carbon atoms, there may be 10 carbon atoms, depending upon the compound there will be the number of carbon atom, but you have to remember that it will be in a straight chain only. It may be branched, no problem, like branched one I will show you, like it may be like this also. Say the compound may be like this also, right? But there will be no ring. So here this is also a open type of compound, open chain type of compound, right? So this is also a acyclic compound, but you should remember that there should be no ring. It should be open, or it may be branched. Branching may be there, no problem. So one more example is these acetic acids, which is CH3C double bond OOH. Okay, so it is also a type of open chain compound. Now we come to the closed chain compound. Okay, so these closed chain type of compounds, they consist of mainly rings. Okay, so this type of compound, they mainly consist of the rings. In the structure of this compound, you will get one or more rings, and they are hence called these cyclic compounds also. So they are mainly divided into two types, which is the further they are divided into two types, which is the alicyclic compounds and the aromatic compounds. Okay. Now, so what is alicyclic? You can see that from the name only, what is there? Two words are there. One is the ali. Ali means, these Ali represent the aliphatic compounds, okay, and the cyclic, that means they are the ring compounds, okay. So from the name, what do we understand? That this type of compound, they are aliphatic, but they are ring compounds, okay. Though they are aliphatic in nature, but the structures are cyclic in nature. That means they consist of some ring, okay. And they are further divided into two types. One is the homocyclic compounds, and another one is the heterocyclic compounds, okay. And homocyclic, from the name, homo means what? Same. So in the homocyclic compound, there will be ring, because cyclic is there, right? So there will be a ring structure. In their structure, the ring will be there, one or more ring will be there, but all the ring atoms will be the same atom. That means, I will give you example. So you have to understand that homocyclic means same number of same nature of, if carbon is present, everywhere carbon will be present, like that. Only one atom will be present, okay. So mainly carbon is present, so you will get only ring of carbon atoms. So in homocyclic compounds, you will mainly get the ring of carbon atoms, okay. So the example of homocyclic compounds, so I have given these all these numerals, so that whenever I write an example, I'll just give 2AA and I'll write the example. I'll not write the name again, okay. So in homocyclic, the examples of homocyclic compounds are, like example I'm giving you, homocyclic, okay. So in homocyclic, what are the examples? So it can be cyclopropane. So remember, there will be a cyclic compound, so the name will always start with cyclo. So cyclopropane means 3 carbons, right? So this is carbon, carbon and carbon, like this. So cyclopropane, you can see there is a ring, right? It is cyclic, it is not open, and hence it is what, a homocyclic compound. And you can see everywhere carbon is present. We can write this structure like this also. We can write it like this also, no problem. Okay, this is the bond line formula and this is the structural way to represent. Similarly, there are many more like cyclohexane. So in cyclohexane you will again get a cyclic ring, but there will be 6 carbon atom because it is saying hexane. Hexane means 6 carbon atom. So you can see everywhere carbon is there, so that's why they are known as the homocyclic compounds, because the ring consists of same nature of atoms. Okay, if it is carbon, everywhere there is carbon and it is a ring compound, so it is categorized as homocyclic. Okay, then we come to the heterocyclic compound. So in case of heterocyclic compound, students, you can see from the name that hetero means what, different. So the atoms in the ring, because it is cyclic in nature, so whatever atoms will be present in the ring will be of different atoms. The atoms will be different. It may be atoms other than carbon, like nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, like that. So example of one kind of heterocyclic compounds, see heterocyclic, yes, so heterocyclic compounds, you remember that you will get in aliphatic also, and heterocyclic compounds you will get in aromatic. I'll come to this one. So the difference between these two is what, it is aliphatic in nature and this is aromatic in nature. Okay, so first I'll give you example of these heterocyclic compound. So the example of these heterocyclic compounds are, one example is tetrahydrofuran. Okay, tetrahydrofuran. Okay, tetrahydrofuran. So it is like this. So you can see, or you can write like this also. This is the bond line formula, the earlier one, and this is the complete structure I'm showing you. So you can see that other than carbon, one more atom is there, which is the oxygen, right? Sorry. So this one, so this is the ring compound. Okay, and it comes under the heterocyclic compound because you can see not only carbon is there, another atom oxygen is also present. Like this, only in heterocyclic compounds you will get other atoms apart from carbon in the ring. Okay, and you can see there is a closed chain type of compound. It is a closed chain, it is consists of a ring, so they are categorized as the heterocyclic compounds. Okay, but whatever I have explained you till here, okay, you have to remember that all these they come under the aliphatic type of compounds. Okay, aliphatic, right? Here also you can see it is cyclic, but it is aliphatic. So they are all like that. So in aliphatic you may get open chain, you may get a ring also. So examples I have already shown you, right? If you want more examples, you can see your NCERT book there in this chapter. There you will get more examples if you want. Now we come to the aromatic compounds. Okay, so these cyclic compounds, they are alicyclic and aromatic. So two subdivisions are there. So alicyclic we have learned. Now we will see the aromatic compound. So under what is aromatic compound? See, students, aromatic compound in detail you will learn in the next chapter. Okay, but as of now I will just tell you few points about aromatic compounds. See, aromatic compounds, they are different from the aliphatic compounds. Okay, and the main difference lies in their unique type of stability. Okay, these aromatic type of compounds, first of all, they consist of benzene rings. Okay, benzene rings are there, you can write also if you want. And second thing, that they have a specific type of stability which other compounds do not have. Okay, so aromatic compounds, first of all, they contain one or more benzene rings. Second is their stability. Okay, due to its stability, it is very much known. And third one is that in these aromatic compounds you will get some kind of benzene ring. So you already know benzene ring is like this, right? So in these aromatic type of compounds, you will get conjugation. Conjugation means what? Conjugation means what? You will get alternate single and double bonds. Okay, you can see here you have single bond, again here it is the double bond, again single bond, again double bond. Like this you will get alternate single and double bonds, and it is known as conjugation, and this is found in case of aromatic compounds. Okay, so these 3 points already have said you that in case of aromatic compound, they have a benzene ring, one or more benzene ring. Second one is that their stability. Okay, due to this stability, they are known. Okay, and third one is that they contain alternate single and double bonds, and one more thing, they are planar in nature. Okay, they are planar, they lie in one plane. Okay, they are not like they are not spatial in nature, they are rather what, planar. So these points you will learn in detail in your next chapter. So here just I have given an overview. Okay, so these aromatic compounds, they are further divided into benzenoid, non-benzenoid compounds and heterocyclic compounds. Now what are benzenoid compounds? As the name suggests that this type of compound, they contain benzene rings. Okay, they contain benzene rings. Now example of these benzenoid compounds, if I want to give you, then the most common example will be benzene. Okay, the most common example will be the benzene. Then what is there? Then naphthalene is there. Okay, naphthalene, how do we write naphthalene? Like this. Naphthalene consists of two benzene rings. You can see benzene rings is there. So this is naphthalene. So this is a benzenoid type of compound. Okay, and this is benzene. Okay, similarly there are many more benzenoid type of compounds. Okay, and the second one is the non-benzenoid. So non-benzenoid, from the name what you can judge is that they do not contain a benzene ring. Okay, but they are aromatic. Okay, already I've said you for aromaticity benzene ring is important, but here they do not contain a benzene ring. Okay, they are ring compounds, but they do not contain a benzene ring, but they are aromatic. They have that stability. So one example of this non-benzenoid compound is tropylene. Okay, so tropylene I'll draw like this. So it consists of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 carbon atoms, you can see, and all are in the ring form. You can see like this, right? So this is a kind of non-benzenoid compound. So you can see there is no benzene ring present. Okay, benzene ring, so it consists of only 6 carbons. So here you can see it is 7 carbons, so that means no benzene ring is there. So these are non-benzenoid, but they are aromatic. We will see all these later on. Okay, means gradually you will learn everything, right? As of now you should understand from the name what non-benzenoid means. They do not contain a benzene ring, but they are aromatic in nature, they are stable. Okay, now we come to the last one, which is the heterocyclic compounds, and they are aromatic. Here also we have learned heterocyclic, but this was aliphatic. Okay, and but this is what, aromatic. So heterocyclic compounds which are aromatic, examples. Heterocyclic, to already have explained you that they will contain atoms other than carbon, right? They will contain atoms other than carbon. So one two examples I'll show you of heterocyclic aromatic compounds. Thiophene. Okay, this is thiophene. Okay, so this is what these are heterocyclic. So heterocyclic, you can see these are all carbons, right? Already I said you this is bond line formula, and you can see apart from carbon one sulfur atom is there. So this comes under the heterocyclic type of compound, but what, they are stable, they are aromatic in nature, so they come under the heterocyclic aromatic compounds. Okay, and another example if I want to give you, it will be furan, like this. There are many more. Okay, as of now you should know what they are. So these are the heterocyclic aromatic compounds. So you have seen how these aromatic compounds, they are classified into various types. Okay, so this is like important, because you should since these you are going to learn organic chemistry, you should know the what are the various types of compounds, and what they are known for, what are the examples of this type of compounds. Okay, so in this video I have tried to explain you everything about the classification. Okay, I'll make these videos short, so I'll end here, and I will request you, please, if you have understood, So you please like this video and you share also, and please subscribe this channel so that next time I make a video you will receive the notification. Okay, so thank you so much.